Hello guys, I'm back. I think we're live. Hey guys, so today we are continuing the class, the French class, actually the French and the German class, and we're gonna do two French classes. First one will be French adverbs, frequency, and then regular verbs in French, and then we're gonna learn later how to say how are you, how to introduce yourselves a little more in German and stuff like that. So let's go ahead straight to the video and learn the language. Let's go.
The topic of the day will be frequency. I decided we could talk about adverbs of frequency today, words related to
Adverbs of frequency. I didn't even know what this is.
frequency, and a very useful expression to express frequency. So we'll check the basics such as never, always, sometimes, and the expression will be to express the idea of I do that once a week, twice a month, 3 times a year. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I'd like to teach you how to say always. Toujours.
Toujours is always. So toujours is always.
Toujours.
Toujours. Toujours.
Never. Jamais.
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 Careful as always with the way it is written and the way you would pronounce it. Jamais.
Jamais. Jamais.
Sometimes. Parfois.
Parfois.
Or quelquefois.
Quelquefois. Parfois. Quelquefois.
Hardly ever. Presque jamais. Literally.
Presque jamais. Hardly ever.
Almost never.
Presque jamais.
Presque
Nope.
jamais.
Presque jamais. Presque jamais.
And the opposite would be presque toujours.
Presque toujours. Presque toujours.
From time to time. De temps en temps.
De temps en temps. De temps en temps.
De temps en temps.
De temps en temps. De temps en temps.
Habituellement.
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 Normalement.
Normalement. Normalement.
Régulièrement.
Régulièrement. Régulièrement. Régulièrement. Régulièrement.
Habituellement.
Habituellement.
Régulièrement.
Régulièrement.
Normalement.
Normalement.
So you wouldn't say normalement, régulièrement. The pronunciation would be normalement, régulièrement. Almost as if this E was not there. Very important one, often. Souvent.
Souvent. Souvent.
Souvent.
Souvent. Souvent.
Very often. Très souvent.
Très souvent. Très souvent.
And the useful expression of the day. How do I express the idea of I'm doing this once a day, 3 times a year, twice a month? You would need the number 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
10,
What?
20, 50, whatever.
Oh my god. Wait.
And then to express 4, 10,
4, 10,
20,
20,
50, whatever.
50.
And then to express this 3 times, 4 times, in French you would use the word fois.
Fois.
Fois is feminine. Une fois.
Une
That's
fois.
the important
Une
thing you
fois.
should remember. And then 2 fois, 3 fois, 10 fois, 15 fois, it doesn't matter. Then you need the preposition par.
Par.
Which is very important. Une fois par.
Une fois par.
And then day, week, month, year. Une fois par semaine.
Une fois par semaine. Semaine. Une fois par semaine. Semaine.
Une fois par jour.
Une fois par jour.
Une fois par mois.
Une fois par mois.
Une fois par an.
Une fois par an.
So that would be definitely the expression of the day. Very useful, very important, fixed, kind of fixed, fois par. And
Fois
then
par.
you just change
Une
the unit
fois
you
par.
need here. Jour, mois, année, an. And of course, the number. So, une fois, 10 fois, 15
Une fois, 10 fois, 15
fois,
fois,
3 fois,
3 fois,
5 fois.
5 fois.
And now we're ready for some examples. Je parle souvent français.
Je parle souvent français. Je parle souvent français.
Je regarde
Je regarde
toujours
toujours
un film
un
le
film
soir.
le soir.
Il va régulièrement
Il va régulièrement
au ciné.
au ciné.
Or, il va régulièrement
Il va régulièrement
au cinéma.
au cinéma.
Vous travaillez
Vous travaillez
presque
presque
toujours
toujours
le matin.
le matin.
Une fois
What's that?
toujours.
You almost work in the morning. Okay.
Vous travaillez
No, you almost always work in the morning. Yeah, I missed that.
presque cinéma.
He goes through moves on a regular basis.
Vous travaillez
Vous travaillez
presque
presque
toujours
toujours
le matin.
le matin.
Une fois par semaine,
Une fois par semaine,
je vais à
je vais
la salle de sport.
à la salle de sport.
You can also say, je vais à la salle de sport
Je vais à la salle de sport
une fois par semaine.
une fois par
This one
semaine.
is flexible. You can perfectly change it in the sentence. On the other hand, as you could see with the other expressions and adverbs and everything, they are usually located after the verb. Je vais souvent, je
Je vais
ne
souvent,
parle jamais,
je ne parle jamais,
je regarde toujours.
je regarde
It
toujours.
comes after the verb. Located after the verb. Je vais souvent,
Je vais souvent,
je ne parle jamais,
je ne parle jamais,
je regarde toujours.
je regarde
It comes
toujours.
after the verb. And another important point is that jamais,
Jamais,
never, has a negative connotation. So you would need to put a ne before the verb. You cannot say je regarde jamais la télé. You can, but it's informal and you cannot say je regarde
je regarde jamais la télé. I never watched
You
TV.
can, but it's informal and you could say that speaking. But you need to know that when you write and that the normal structure is negative, so you need the ne. Je ne parle jamais
Je ne parle jamais
en classe.
en classe.
Elles ne vont jamais
Elles ne vont jamais
en vacances. That
en
would be the normal
vacances.
structure. It's
Vacation.
true that you would commonly hear elles vont jamais en vacances.
Elles vont jamais en vacances.
Elle écoute jamais le prof.
Elle écoute
This would work. You would commonly hear elles vont jamais en vacances. Elle écoute jamais le prof. This would work in an informal way. There is not much more to this lesson. I think that, again, the important part is always to practice, make sentences and review pronunciation and the way it's written, because it's usually a bit different, as you could see. Again, jamais, toujours, the way you write
Jamais,
it is really
toujours.
important, and the pronunciation is also important and a bit detached. What you see and what you have to say is not exactly the same. Remember that the adverbs goes after the verb. The little thing with jamais, you
Jamais.
normally have to put ne in front of the verb. And of course, the expression of the day with the une fois par,
Une fois par
trois fois
trois fois
par,
par
and then jour, semaine. The une fois par
3 times per whatever, once per whatever.
in front of the verb. And of
Never French is used with ni for
course,
the
the
verb.
expression of the day with the une
Never in
only have
French
to put
is used with ni.
in front of the verb. And of course, the expression of the day with the une fois par,
Une fois par,
trois fois par,
trois fois
and
par,
then jour, semaine, mois,
jour, semaine, mois,
an ou année.
an ou année.
We didn't cover much vocab, I think, in this lesson, like film, regarder,
Film, regarder,
aller au cinéma.
aller au cinéma,
You could also see that the adverbs are usually ending up in mon, and the
ment,
pronunciation wouldn't be as it's written. So habituellement
habituellement,
would become habituellement. Régulièrement would actually
régulièrement, régulièrement,
be pronounced. Would become habituellement. Régulièrement would
régulièrement,
actually be pronounced régulièrement.
régulièrement.
And that works for pretty much all of them.
Usually, regularly.
So do not hesitate to write your sentence with
Man,
an adverb.
that is a little hard. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So do not hesitate to write your
I am
sentence.
definitely gonna take a long time, man. Usually, for me to only get these things down, I need to watch the class like 100,000 times and write it down and talk and try to copy what you're saying and just repeat myself like maybe 1,000 times until I start to think that I got something out of it, because that's how I work. You know, unfortunately, I don't have the gift of learning things fast, but I think the only gift I have is the dedication to, you know, put myself out there and repeat myself 100,000 times until I get it. That's the only gift I got given to me. But yeah, man, it's cool. I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I feel like although I'm progressing and I'm learning, it is very hard, it is very difficult, and it's really scary, you know, when you're starting and you feel like, and when it's new for you and you're like, oh my god, I'm excited, I'm gonna learn a language, and then once you actually learn the language and you see how difficult it is, then it is a little bit discouraging sometimes. But I'm just opening my heart to tell you what I'm feeling about this series. But I'm gonna go anyway, you know, it doesn't matter if I am good or not good. I'm just gonna go as much as I can until I learn, okay? And yeah, I hope you like this one. Now we're gonna continue with the French regular verbs. Let's do the French regular verbs, and then we're gonna skip to the other one.